In 1972, Bing Gong invited me to teach some classes with him. His sister, Amy Leong, worked for the San Francisco Unified School District. She was enlisted to teach some Chinese Bilingual Social Studies programs with the kids from various elementary schools in San Francisco. Bing and I got together and collaborated on what to teach the kids for the classes. We're going to teach them the philosophy and a little bit of the history of Kung Fu, and also teach them stretching and some stance work of the Shaolin, and to teach them maybe the first couple of lines of Tan Tui. And Bing did the philosophy and of the book, and we enlisted Bing's stepson, Evan Naylor, to do some of the drawings, and I did some of the drawings for the booklet as well. Here's the booklet that we did for the classes, and if you look closely, you'll see that the book is backwards. And the reason for that is in Chinese, you read right to left instead of left to right, like the Western reading. And in Chinese books, the books actually open from the back and read opposite of Western books. So that's why we made the pamphlet like a Chinese school book. This is a photo of Bing, Evan Naylor, myself, my little son, sitting on the front steps of Bing's place at Clayton Street in San Francisco. It was taken pretty much at the time that we were doing these classes. I really enjoyed working with kids, and one of the things I remembered about the kids was that you usually think of young kids as being fairly limber, but they actually weren't that limber at all. And of course, Bing and I both could do chin to toe, and they were kind of impressed with that. But they always kind of complained when we tried to make them do the stretches. And one of the things we tried to tell them was that your body is like a rubber band, and if you don't use the rubber band and stretch it enough, then it's more likely to break later on. So that's how we got them to stretch. I was living in Sonoma County at the time, and I would have to commute down and meet Bing for teaching the classes. And the classes ran for, as I kind of remember, quite a few weeks. After the classes, they enlisted us to do a demonstration for the kids. And this is the film that you're going to see. The auditorium was really dark, and they had all the kids sitting in the auditorium, and Bing and I were on this slippery stage, and the only lighting in the whole auditorium was the lighting in the stage, and that's why the film quality is so horrible in this film. My wife was sitting in the audience with a wind-up 8mm film, like in that other video, and you can kind of see us on the stage, but you have to remember that footage from those days is pretty rare. People didn't carry around cell phones that took movies like nowadays. Very few people actually had movie cameras, and one of the reasons why I have so much footage from the old days and photographs from the old days is that I was an art student, and I majored in filmmaking, photography, and painting. And so I usually had a little Olympus pen half-frame camera with me, or sometimes I would have my movie camera, and that's why we have some footage from those old days. So I hope that you enjoy this film for what it is. Thanks. This is Bing doing chin to toe stretch. Bing performing roads 1 and 2, 3 of Tan Tui. This is me performing the second road of Tan Tui. Here's the kids in the audience, really dark. This is me performing Cha Chuan. This is Bing Gong performing Leong. That's a third form of Guo's Northern Shaolin. Here I am performing Guo Ling Ying's Tai Chi staff form. And here is Bing Gong performing Guo Ling Ying's single-edged saber, the Dan Dao. And at the end, there's just a little snippet of me doing Tai Chi, and the film ran out.